Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Two Dudes Brew Reviews. I'm Kyle.
I'm Heath.
And today we are here with the wonderful and everlasting Steel Reserve. It's another episode of Low Budget, High Hopes, where we take the cheapest beers that we can find and see if we can put our highest hopes towards them and get something out of it that's worth our money.
Yeah, man, based on what I'm seeing right now, it's going to be a crazy episode, and it's going to be interesting how the outcome turns out.
Stay with us and bear with us as we get through this lager together.
Alright, so we got the wonderful Steel Reserve here, straight from Milwaukee Brewing. It's a 8.1% high gravity lager. It's definitely on the cheaper end of the spectrum. As you can see, the can doesn't really have too much of looks to it. In a way, in my opinion, it's kind of messy with words all over the place. Definitely has a very bright red 211. Do you know what that's about, Kyle?
Well, interestingly enough, we went and did our research before reviewing this beer. 211 is the medieval code for steel, and as a side factor, 211 is the penal code for a robbery. Oh. So a little bit of a dual meaning. Hopefully this beer doesn't rob you of your money, your hard-earned $1.70. But let's go ahead and find out now. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a smell test.
Alright, just like the other beers that we've done in this whole segment or entire channel, we're going to go ahead and start with the initial smell test to see how these beers compare when they're popped open first thing, and then we'll go on to the taste test to see how they taste. Let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open. As I see here on the can, it does say that it's extra malted barley and select hops for an extra gravity. And it's also slow brewed for smooth flavor.
I don't think it needs any more added gravity to this can, personally.
Yeah, no kidding. It's already on the table. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open and see what it smells like, alright?
Nice pop to it. Smells like a bad day at work.
Definitely smells cheaper than what a college person would pay for it. A college person, in my personal opinion, would definitely pick the PBR over this, just based off the smell. I would pick the PBR over this right now, just from the smell test. I'm not too sure, man. It doesn't really smell too good. It definitely has that strong malt to it. I don't really smell too much of hops, but I definitely smell that high alcohol.
Alright, so with this beer, I'm getting a lot of corn, very heavy on the malt, pretty heavy on the hops, surprisingly, for a beer of this magnitude. Yeah, I'm not necessarily excited for this. I'm keeping my hopes up high, though. Let's go ahead and see how this beer looks in the glass. Alright, well, on our initial pour test, from what we can see, it looks and smells way different.
Yours, even though it's literally the same can, we have the same exact can, yours is a little bit flatter, not much of a head. Mine has a tiny bit of a head and definitely more carbonated than when we poured yours. I don't understand the mix of that because we definitely poured it the same exact way, same angle and everything like that. If that's what's expected to be from a high gravity beer, I mean, that's kind of lackluster just from looking at it.
No kidding. Let's go ahead and get a taste test. I don't really think there's anything left with this beer other than the taste.
Alright, let's clink it.
Tastes like a bad day at the office. I couldn't even say office right. Very, very corn. Like, just high on the corn. A telltale sign of a cheaply made lager.
Yeah, definitely. This beer is kind of like if you were working a 9-to-5 job from Monday to Friday, and your boss asked you to come in from like 1 to 5 on a Saturday. That's what this beer is, dude.
That feeling of waking up and like not even having taken your morning piss, and then your boss wakes you up in the morning and says, "Hey man,
I know it's your day off, but
can you come in and can you cover some shifts? We've had 3 call-outs and we're burning down. We're not going to make it without you.
This is
even though they will.
Yeah, this is the thing that would throw off that vibe. You just want to relax at home. You take a sip of this, and you're like, "What is wrong with me? Why did I buy this?"
My day is ruined.
Pretty much, my day is ruined. Definitely sums it up for the flavor. It's I don't even know how to describe it. Like it says, high gravity. All I taste really is just an insane, cheaply made alcohol taste. Very forward with the malt. Doesn't really taste right in my opinion.
It's a malt liquor, technically speaking, so it's very, very malty, but not in a good way. Normally that'd be an okay thing for me.
It's like a bitter, pungent...
pungent malt with lots of alcohol notes underneath. It's not my cup of tea.
It doesn't work. I mean, even these are ice cold.
This should not be anyone's cup of tea.
That does not mean good news for when it's warm, though.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and put these outside and
see what happens.
See what happens. Here we are upon further review. Not gonna lie, my expectations on this beer are very low. It's too much into natty daddy territory right now.
What's really crazy is I still have a little bit of foam on top. I don't know why or how we let it sit out there for a while, but yours doesn't really have any whatsoever. I don't really have as much carbonation, of course, and neither do you. But that's what's really getting me. Like we both let both beers sit out there, both mugs. But yet I have a little bit of a head on mine, but yours don't.
Okay. So let's go ahead and have a taste of this wonderful treat that is bestowed upon us.
Cheers, mate.
To the Florida sun. Half a bottle cap. That's nasty. Oh.
Alright, as you see, upon further review, I'm sorry, but Kyle, there is no further review for me. I thought things could get worse than Natty Daddy, but Steel Reserve...
I think it might have took the crown of nasty, warm beer.
Definitely took that crown.
It's just undrinkable. I'm sorry.
You get a worse latex taste than Natty Daddy, a very burnt, pungent, like malt liquor kind of taste to it. It does not work well whatsoever. Our initial taste for it was just absolutely disgusting in my opinion.
I gave it half a bottle cap. I'm normally a nice guy and I'll at least throw out a bottle cap for it, but this didn't deserve it at all.
I mean, if you're giving it a half and you want to be a generous guy, then sure, I'll give it a 0.1 bottle cap.
Oh,
literally, I can't see this thing going on. I don't know how people buy this. I know you want a cheap buzz, but there are definitely better opportunities and
Tyler,
options
you need to keep an eye on us for like the next half hour. Make sure nothing happens to us.
Yeah,
this is disgusting.
Horrible from start to finish. Like I said, I don't get how you guys buy this. It's no bueno. It doesn't help you in any way. All it's going to do is give you a horrible headache. I know you want a quick buzz, but dude, find something else. This is not.
Drink two of something else.
Drink like 2 Rolling Rocks or something like that, man. This is not the way to go. I would tell you to buy a Natty Daddy over this, and that's saying a lot. I don't know about you, man.
Yeah. If you had to choose, if you're on the brink of destruction and you're going to spontaneously erupt if you choose between Steel Reserve or Natty Daddy, you have 3 seconds. Please go with the Steel Reserve. For sure.
Alright, well that wraps everything up for us guys here with the Low Budgets, High Hopes episode with
Low Budgets, Low Hopes.
Yeah, this did not give us high hopes. Like I said, the look of the can is very blah, it's all over the place. Tasting it, smelling it, even until further review, it all in all just did not meet our standards. This is definitely not a good beer if you're on a very low budget. There's definitely a lot of things out there that are way better. Anything else you want to add to it, man?
Dig deep into your pocket, dig deep into your couch, find that extra 10 cents, grab the Natty Daddy.
Yeah, buy something else.
I never thought I'd actually be saying that, but just look deep into your soul and into your conscience, and just make a good decision. Buy the Natty Daddy, and we never thought we'd be saying that on this channel, but
yeah, no kidding.
We have a new, what's the opposite of a crown?
I guess a jester.
We have a new jester. There's a new jester in town.
Or peasant, whichever you want to call it, whichever you think is the lower of the spectrum.
So that's our review for the day. Steel Reserve is going to give you a nasty hangover, a bunch of bad memories. It tastes like a bad day at the office, and if that's your vibe, go ahead and buy it. Otherwise, stay away. Stay far.
Please be
far
wise
away.
and do not pick this over anything else. If you're like, oh hey, look at this beer, and then you see, oh hey, Steel Reserve, go with your first instinct. Please don't go with this. But all in all, I mean, that's the end of this episode. Thank you guys for watching up until this point. Thank you guys for all the support with the community through Facebook and through YouTube. Feel free to go ahead and leave a comment suggesting what we should try next on the Low Budget High Hopes. You know,
once we hit 250 subscribers, we're going to do our reverse Corona challenge, where we're going to take a pitcher of lime juice, add a little tiny splash of Corona to it, and see if it's drinkable. The loser is going to have to take a big old glass of Steel Reserve in the microwave for 1 minute. We're changing that. It's no longer going to be Natty Daddy.
Yep, no longer Natty Daddy challenge. It's going to be Steel Reserve
for 1 whole minute in the microwave, cooled down. So
yeah, that's going to
keep an eye out for that and help us reach our goal. Have a great day.
All right, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to hit that bell notification down below to be notified when we upload the next videos.
Have a great day.
Have a great day.